We assess you to do 2-day training program. We certify you. All right. Number two. Right. Number one. I will do it. Number one, we educate you.
So this is the first pillar before you can find somebody.
Yeah. So any business owner who comes through, okay, cool. KG, about funding. Yeah, but do you understand what's a business? Do you understand what makes an entrepreneurial venture? Do you understand basic business fundamentals? Do you know how to do a basic financial statement? You understand? Are you funding worthy? That's what we want to get our clients before we can talk money. Let's talk business fundamentals. So the EKASI Masterclass covers that. We want to take you through a 2-day training program. First day, we take you through the information. Second day, we assess you based on an assessment test. That's our first pillar, education. The second pillar, assessment. The third pillar, funding. So after educating you and assessing you, we give you 3 months to execute the fundamentals we've taught you in EKASI Masterclass. For 3 months, you go out, you execute, you bring back the report in the form of proper accounting financial statements. And we have to see the proper admin, proper office management, all those fundamentals we've been teaching you in our class. Go out for 3 months, execute them, come back, and then we can fund you. After funding you, we co-manage your business with you. And then you just go have a splash party. We have to provide you with advisory and mentorship and coaching to ensure that you don't blow your account. That's co-managing with us. Then the fifth pillar, the final one, is that we want to grow your business and teach you how to scale, teach you how to diversify as well. There's a difference. You know, I have 10 employees in this office already in 1 week. There's a high growth business. Next month, I'm looking at having double the number of people in our office space. So that's scaling. But scaling alone is not enough, because eventually you're gonna mature and reach the ceiling. You have a matured business. Then we need to teach you how to diversify, meaning, okay, you've reached the climax of your industry, but there are emerging opportunities outside your industry that can affect your business. And that's what we see, especially in the technology world, where you find that Samsung is a trend and everything, but Huawei comes from underneath and they develop a stupid, slow phone in its early stages of development. But you ignore it because, okay, Samsung fees. And then Huawei, it's accelerating so fast, its technology. And now it's killing Samsung from underneath, you understand? And that's how that we see that pattern across industries, where mature businesses have known how to scale fine. It's a large business, but they don't know how to diversify. I wish Samsung bought Huawei in its early stages of development. The same way Facebook realized the pattern and broke it. It bought WhatsApp. Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook. He bought WhatsApp. He bought Instagram. You understand? That's diversification, where you buy businesses that are threatening your existence.
Now we're talking of the value chain now, where you diversify.
Now the value chain is even the bigger picture of business development, because now that's going up the chain from being a retailer to a wholesaler to a manufacturer. That's
okay. Basically, the fifth pillar, it's sort of helping someone to know that you need to be a growth entrepreneur instead of being a lifestyle entrepreneur.
Dude, there's a huge difference. And that's what I wish we could have a session, gents. Let's talk about, let's have a masterclass, let's have a seminar, a meeting as business owners, and come to the crux of real definition of what an entrepreneur is. An entrepreneur is not, there's a difference between an entrepreneur and a technician, right? Many people mukasi, and that's why we're introducing EKASI Masterclass, because many entrepreneurs here in the townships think they are entrepreneurs, but they are not entrepreneurs by definition, they are technicians. You see, if you have to be in this office for your business to run, you don't own a business, you have a job, you are self-employed. But if I can leave this office and these ladies are working, you see, an entrepreneur builds a business system that adds value to the marketplace when they are not around.
Growth.
Growth entrepreneur.
Yes. Understand? That's what they do.
Okay, so sorry. Quickly go through the pillars again. Firstly, it's
education, assessment, funding, co-managing, and then The fifth one, growth.
So that's the incubation you'd have to take.
Yeah.
Any
Ekasi Masterclass.
yeah.
Ekasi Masterclass takes you through the education and assessment pillar, the first two pillars, which are foundational for before we can even fund you. We deal with the business fundamentals to ensure that you understand the difference between what an entrepreneur is and what a technician is. We want to work with entrepreneurs, not technicians.
Now break that down specifically. Who would I be looking at bringing to your doorstep when I say I need someone to come through and you need to help that person? Who exactly? What other requirements are you looking at to say, yes, come in, we need you registered, we need you having SARS documents, what do we need?
We want people who are who are thinking beyond themselves. Those are the people who want to partner with. People who are interested in forming an institution above themselves. Because the end goal of every real entrepreneur is to become obsolete. You understand? They want to develop and disappear. You understand? That's the real.
Hello?
That's the real definition of a real entrepreneur.
Yes.
You understand? Is to develop a business system and disappear away from it. And those are the people we want. Not people with selfish ambitions who are looking to look good, have the fame, the glory, and the power. But you look at the effect of their business. They have no impact on the ground or around the people. They are not creating jobs.
That's why. Let me put it in simple terms. A lifestyle entrepreneur is somebody that the business revolves around the person.
Exactly.
If that person is not there, the business is not moving.
Exactly.
A growth entrepreneur is someone who teaches people whatever that needs to be done,
Exactly.
and you can go to a vacation and stuff while the business is running.
Business is adding value in other people. So a growth entrepreneur thinks about how can I grow the people of around my business.
Yes.
You see, there's the difference. Entrepreneurs have a need to be exceeded. Technicians have a need to be needed.
Yes.
Understand? You are not a. That's the difference.
No, I like it.
Understand?
Okay.
So that's the difference also. If you have a need to be needed, you're not an entrepreneur. But if you have a need to be exceeded, then you are an entrepreneur. A technician is someone who has a need to be needed. I have to be in this office. They do it themselves. Leave this thing. I can do it better. They have a need to be needed. They are not mature. There are three levels basically in this business development phase. There is the infancy stage, where you are self-employed. It's just me in this office. Then there is the infant stage, is the first stage. Then there's the teenage stage where you now get a PA, you get someone to assist you in the office because the work is too much for you to handle alone. That's the teenage stage. And then the third one is the maturity stage. It's when now you build your business around systems, not around people, so that it can. That's why McDonald's, even someone from Matric can go work for McDonald's and there'll be a shining star because McDonald's is a system.
Yeah, it's been created.
It's run by the book. It's not run by people, it's run by the book. So any dummy who passes by can run McDonald's like a machine. That's why they have Hamburger University where they teach you how to run the machine called McDonald's. So we need to break this pattern of building businesses around people because people come and go. And if you're building your business and it depends on people, then you're in trouble because when they go out with the information and you start afresh. But if I build my business around systems, then I can hire any person and say, follow the system, manage the system because the system manages the business. Understand?
Now, two questions. One, I wanted to know how long is the whole incubation period of any business, one. And then the second question I wanted to know is the funding. How much do you start and what is your cap?
Okay, the first question, right? How long?
How long? From the master class to the actual funding?
The basic the development stages. From each, I can put 3 months between each 3 stages. There's the startup phase, the management phase, and the growth phase. Between the startup phase and the management phase, it's 3 months. Between the management phase and the growth phase, it's 3 months. So 9 months to with us because we are a high growth, fast incubation program. So we need people who can keep up. So 9 months, if I can get a client, I can take them through startup phase, management phase, and growth phase. With our incubation, it can take 9 months. If the person is really active and diligent enough, they can become a mature business in 9 months. Because again, it's not about any other thing but putting a system that can add value to the marketplace in the absence of the person himself or herself. It's not about the person, it's about the business system that we can build. So 9 months, for me, that's the fruition duration that it will take. And in terms of the amount, we can fund more township, honestly speaking, because people are not as funding worthy yet. There's still a lot of fundamentals to be dealt with in their mindset about entrepreneurship. We're looking at micro level funding, but maybe after 5 years we can then take it to macro level. So micro level funding we would then look at funding up to R1 million, because the issue is to teach people how to optimize the little money that they have. So macro level, it's any funding that starts from 5 million up. So from as little as 10,000 rands to R1 million, that's what we want to focus on. Micro level funding, along with education that comes with it, to ensure that these two pillars go together always.
Now, you keep saying startup whenever you speak of. I just wanted to know, now are we only looking at getting businesses who are starting up, or do existing businesses also get the same treatment and the same?
Honestly speaking, most businesses in townships, according to our criteria, are all startups. It's according to our program, being a management phase business requires you to pass so many points according to our criteria. So I can say we're focusing on startups, because most businesses, according to our definition in the township, are startup. They are startup level. They're making less than R1 million turnover per year. So most of them, according to our definition, they are startups. So that's where our focus is, and that's the best. Besides them being the most available in townships, they are the best people to start this kind of a portfolio with, because they are most flexible. Management level businesses are a bit rigid because they already have systems in place that you cannot break and repair and start new ones. But startup businesses for us are the most nimble, the most flexible. They are at their foundational phase.
So it's good to build on a solid foundation.
They are more teachable, which is the most exciting part for us. They are most teachable because they don't have structures, systems, people in place. So this is where we want to have the most impact. Township startups.
Look, man, we thank Ekasis Talks for talking to us. We're going to surely pass on the message. Hopefully there's going to be plenty people knocking at your door after we make sure that this gets out there. Everybody at Ekasis Talks. Yeah, man. Thanks for coming to the township. Man. Thanks a lot, man.
Right. This is Nasi Kastas. Thanks for the invite for you too. We'll pick you out there. Hopefully a lot of people are all join initiative.
Thanks, man.
That's nice.
Awesome.